Good morning, my loves. I'm Rena, and I'm on the ride of my life. As I share my healing journey, I help others as a transformational coach work through trauma to heal their nervous system as well. And today I'm going to talk about something interesting, because what happened was I had originally put this down and I ended up pulling a card that went right along with it. Whoop, snake. Anyway, I wasn't ready for that one. It's really humid and warm right now, so usually they don't kind of come out and sit on the road. Anyway, wow. Whew. All right. What I want to talk to you about today is something that was interesting to me, because I had planned this talk and the card that I pulled is completely related to it. And so what I'm going to do is a reading with my card to kind of complete the talk. So I've never done this before, so let's see what happens. Anyway, this talk is about not letting other people tell you what you're supposed to be doing for your life. And for you to find a way, find your path through healing your nervous system and moving forward in your life. And because I discovered that I'm going to be sharing the card with you, the oracle reading, more sun, I decided that I would just go ahead and do that. Let's talk about finding your own path versus what other people tell you you should be doing. So when I was young, I had many reasons why I didn't start following my path. And what was interesting was when I was in elementary school, I took a test to see what my, I can't remember the word for it, but aptitude, I guess, for what I would be doing in my life. And what was interesting in that was it said I would be a counselor or a therapist or something related to that. And I didn't pursue that because I wanted to make my father proud of me. And my dad was in the military. He was a lawyer, a JAG officer. And he always talked about how I should go into the military and this and that. And even in school, I noticed later on that I didn't do well. I didn't do really bad in school. I didn't do as well as I could have done because I wasn't into it. I was so outer focused on my dad and making him happy and pleasing him and making him proud of me, that my journey became about him, so he would be proud of me. And the belief was that he doesn't love me unless he's proud of me. And it took me a really long time to get past that. And what ended up happening was I went to school. I started taking courses that had absolutely nothing to do with what I wanted to do. However, what's interesting about life is it'll give you opportunities that will end up helping you. I have an associate's degree in retailing, which was interesting because I learned all about salesmanship and running a business and those sorts of things. And then the other degree I have is a bachelor's degree in mass communication, which is basically radio and television. And well, I feel like I'm combining that right now. It's just plain interesting to me how our lives, whether it's experiences or skills or gifts or what's the other? Our lives just pull it all together if we are paying attention, if we are in a state where we can pay attention to what's going on. And it's taken me a good long time to start to pay attention. And I'm very happy that I did it. And so, for years, especially in my generation, there were these families where they would have so-and-so and sons. They never did and daughters, but that's okay. Well, anyway, that's a whole nother video. However, what's happening is that this generation is moving into what they want, what they believe about themselves, in helping them move forward in their lives, you know. And yeah, there's some of you that are in this new generation or the new generations that are traumatized and you're still kind of stumbling, but you have a different kind of viewpoint than we did. We were taught it's all about making sure others are taken care of first, and especially as women, but men have gotten that as well. And so what's important to know is that your life is your life. It's not anyone else's life. And you get to choose what you want to do with your life. And you also have to heal that part of you that says you can't do that. I can't do that because whatever that belief system is for you. This is really important because if you want to move forward in your life, you get to choose to make this decision to help yourself do that. And I feel like this is a really important day because of how the universe works, where I wrote down exactly what I wanted to talk about, and then I drew the card that gave me the answers for it. And I'm going to share that with you once I'm done with this. And the point behind all of it is shine your light. You can't shine someone else's light. A lighthouse is a lighthouse. It stands alone and shines its own light. Be the lighthouse. Okay, now I'm getting a little weird, but anyway. I hope you are able to gain some ground off of this one, because it's important for you to understand that you are your own entity, that you are the only person who can move forward in your life for you and not for anybody else. And today's the day that you get to take a look at that if you choose. Okay, so I'm going to follow up with this reading, and I will see you soon. Okay, I promised you a reading, and here we go. And this is the deck that I use. It's called Sacred Rebels Oracle, and it's by Alana Fairchild, and she's from the UK. It's a very powerful deck for me and the people I work with. And as I was explaining before, I already had the intention of talking about not letting others tell us what to do in our lives. We get to do that for ourselves because we're not all the same, and we can't succumb to other people's wishes for us because it's all based off of their fears, their desires, their own life. And in that case, that has nothing to do with us. So it was interesting, like I said this morning, I pulled the card, What You Want Wants You. And this is what it looks like. And it's really, I don't know, I feel very drawn to this card. And, you know, I've always been into spirals, like you see the shell or the spiral up at the top, the sacred geometry. And then just this woman with this peaceful look on her face, just looking up into the unknown, whatever's up there that's coming to her through the spiral, I would think. But I'm not quite a card reader, so to speak. I tend to use the cards to guide me in my life and to coach people in theirs. So whatever the card says, then I will share whatever's coming through me in the moment with that. So anyway, just let's get right to it. We are moving into this, what you want wants you. Do you dare to believe that what you want is also wanting you? The genuine desires of your heart are the sacred purpose of the soul, swathed in pleasure. Yet, if you have been shamed, judged for, made to feel guilt over, or denied your natural desires or pleasures in any way, you may have developed a very tricky and complicated relationship with the yearnings of your heart. We often learn to distrust our own desires and come to believe that they are something to be overcome or avoided. We may even try to want second best, disbelieving that we are worthy of our first choice, of what we really genuinely want and would fulfill us deeply. Perhaps we have conditioned ourselves to believe that getting what we want is for others and not us. Or, like I mentioned before, doing what others want, which takes us away from this, which takes us away from what we want. This oracle comes with a healing message for you. First, trust in what you truly want. Not the substitutions and make-dos, but what would truly bring a sense of passionate, playful purpose and fulfillment to your life. You might not know anything more than, I want to sing, I want to write, I want to help animals, or I want to paint. Start with what you know and hold it in your heart as you do the healing process that I'll do with you in a moment. If you genuinely do not know what your heart wants, you will very much enjoy the process of exploring your desires by making gentle and persistent inquiries of yourself. Ask yourself what it is that truly moves you. Give this matter consistent attention without forcing a response. Your answers may come in a sudden flood or slowly over time. As you get to know your genuine desires and give yourself permission to feel and receive them, a powerful sequence is set into motion. From the depths of the universe, your desire hurtles its way towards you as the perfect manifestation. It is coming to you even now, manifesting itself as the best situation or relationship or circumstances to bring fulfillment to your heart, radiance to your life path, and a creative awakening. So don't give up. And here's the thing. What I've noticed with my life is that the more I say yes, the more I step into what my heart desires are, the more things come into my radar, so to speak, into clarity as to the next step to take. But the interesting thing that I've learned is that until you do that first step, you can't see this. It's almost impossible to see the second step. So my first steps had always been concern and worry and where am I going to go and what am I going to do? And then I was so focused on not being a fear of the unknown, not knowing what the future is bringing in, not wanting to be in the present, still stuck in the past and stuck in general, like I talked about that yesterday. And it was just something that, one day after doing all this work for over 30 years, something just clicked with me and it just opened it up. And that's why I'm sharing this, because we're all different. So whatever works for me and how it works for me isn't going to necessarily work for you. I know what I've experienced, and it's only to guide. It's not, you will get yourself into this process and shift yourself. I can just help with the blind spots, and that's what I do with my clients, but that's irrelevant right now. But the point is I'm doing what I want to do, and I'm doing it in such a way that I know it's going to help someone, even if it's just one person. That's the point behind this. And I'm grateful that I get to do this. So being in this position of choosing my destiny, my journey, my life for myself, and not doing what someone else wants me to do or what they think I should do, or doing it for somebody else anymore, which is kind of where this is leading to also, has shifted everything for me. And I want that to be something that other people can experience. So keep reading. Keep dreaming of your fulfillment, but don't imagine it as always awaiting you in some distant future. Instead, play with what it will feel like to be so fulfilled right now. How will you feel different? Will you be more grateful, more peaceful and content, more confident, more trusting of your ability to create and in the loving responsiveness of this wild universe? Cultivate those feelings. get to feel what genuine desire and the meeting of that desire that can then generate yet another desire is like for you. Give yourself permission to go there right now. So basically, like for me, the fulfillment was peace and content and more confidence and being able to talk with you on the video. I mean, I'm going to mention that until I'm done mentioning that I'm so excited that I can just share this with you and not feel so, oh my gosh, which I have been. And I was always afraid of making a mistake or just saying something wrong or doing something wrong or whatever. And now I'm just doing it, and it took doing the healing work to get to this point because my nervous system was what was protecting me. My ego was protecting me from doing what I want to do, which is like totally backwards. And that's what it does. And then the piece of this where it tells you about trusting your ability to create and in the loving responsiveness of this wild universe. That was huge. I mentioned that a few minutes ago. The minute you take a step, you make a decision, you take a step, you move into the next thing, you try something that you've never tried before that you've really wanted to do, then the universe conspires to help you. It will bring people into your life. It will bring opportunities into your life. I've been reading this stuff for years and really didn't believe it because it wasn't happening, because there was still this underlying subconscious block or many blocks that were happening for me. So it didn't work out that way. That's why I share what I share, because it's so amazing to me how different I feel and how differently I show up in the world. And it's just baffling to me. So that's just, I don't know. It blows my mind. Okay. That's pretty much. So, all right. Remember that if you have people in your life who are shutting you down, suggesting that what you want is not possible, or that you are aiming too high, then they need this healing too. Perhaps you can inspire them by giving yourself permission to heal. This will naturally open them to the idea that they could give themselves permission to know and fulfill their unique desires too. Whether someone chooses to be inspired by you or to be fearful of your innate creative power is completely up to them. This oracle brings you the message that whether you see it coming or not, your desire is already on its way to you. It is closer than you think, and soon you will be able to see it, touch it, feel it, and enjoy it. You will then become inspired for your next manifestation based on the true desires of your heart. What that tells me is that when we heal our nervous system, when we heal the traumas, we're raising our vibration. And if you've ever watched Esther Hicks, she's always talking about how the high-flying disc, it's like the higher you raise your vibration, all of our wishes and dreams and everything are on this high-flying disc. And the more we raise our vibration, the more we come up to that disc. So it's all there. The universe knows what we want. It's just a matter of us healing and raising our vibration to get to that, where it just kind of comes naturally. And manifestations, or whatever you want to call it, it just happens. And it just would blow your mind, because it's almost like, for my entire life, I've been pushing and controlling and working hard and doing everything I was told I needed to do and this and that, and nothing worked for me. And this works, and it's been working, and it's just me sharing this with you because I'm so excited to do it. Now, the last part of this is the healing process. What I want you to do is just sit down quietly. You can put your hands on your heart. You can put them in prayer position, whatever you want to do. Just get quiet. You can lie down and repeat this phrase, this statement after me. We're going to do it 3 times. And make sure you put feeling behind it. Whatever feeling makes you feel good, whether it's love or happy or joyful or, whatever, or excitement, put the feeling behind it. All right? Repeat after me. What I want wants me. And I am open, willing, and capable to receive it through unconditional love now. What I want wants me, and I am open, willing, and capable to receive it through unconditional love now. One more time. What I want wants me, and I am open, willing, and capable to receive it through unconditional love now. All right. Well, thank you for being here with me. I'm really grateful, and I hope that helped with something. And don't forget, like the video and subscribe to the YouTube channel, and you can also hit the bell at the top. That also helps notify you that I put another video up. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you next time. Peace.